establishments. Government units.
Mga lugar kung saan kailangan magbigay o resenta ng proof of full vaccination ay para lamang dun sa mga 3Cs establishments. Ang nandito ay yung mga establishments, ilang establishments na nasa loob ng mall. So yung pagpresenta ng vaccination card ay doon sa establishment na iyon sa loob ng mall, hindi sa mismong entrance ng mall.
Extended periods of sheltering in place or mandated home confinement can deprive even the most mentally tough among us of their psychological fitness and emotional stability. And as PTV correspondent Mark Vitelko once again reports, the inability to socialize or bond up close with friends and kin for months on end has left many in states of anxiety, depression, and even contemplating suicide.
The World Health Organization said the global prevalence of anxiety and depression increased by a massive 25% during the pandemic. Among the stress factors include loneliness, fear of infection and death due to COVID-19, and financial worries. The Health Department reported last year that the number of calls related to mental health concerns, including suicide, spiked during the pandemic. According to a study, the number of suicide-related calls received by the National Center for Mental Health hotlines reached over 1,300 in 2021. Moreover, the number of individuals seeking consultations regarding their mental health also increased, according to psychologist Dr. Lilian Gui.
They are worrisome. Siyempre, iba nawala na ng trabaho. So, iba, yung family nagawatak-watak, nandiyan maraming abuse, nandiyan maraming dahil nga nakawarranty tayo.
Philippine Heart Association President Dr. Gui said mental health problems can also result to cardiovascular disease.
Yung anxiety and stress and mental stress, it creates a massive systemic inflammation. Mga vascular system, yung mga ugat natin, causing obstruction. Yung mga taong may sakit sa puso, pwedeng matulak sa heart attack. Yun naman
Vaccinated can have some mental health benefits to people and lessen their stress levels. She added that allowing more people to go outside and return to their offices will address mental health issues caused by prolonged isolation. However, Dr. Gui asserted that the government should still step up mental health services in the country.
Nandiyan pa rin yung maraming agam-agam. Ito ba temporary? May bagong surge naman? May bagong variant?
Those experiencing mental health problems may call the NCMH hotlines. Mark Fetalco for The Nation.
A measure amending the Foreign Investments Act to make the Philippines more accessible to foreign investors has been signed into law by the Chief Executive. The Republic Act 11647, which amends the Foreign Investment Act of 1991, allows qualified non-Philippine nationals to do business in the country or invest in a domestic enterprise up to 100% of its capital, and liberalizes the practice of professions not governed by existing special laws. This means foreign investors will be allowed to set up 100% ownership of all small and medium-sized enterprises, which is seen to boost the country's bid to be a leading startup hub in Southeast Asia.
European and Asian stock markets fell on Friday after Russian troops shelled a nuclear plant in Ukraine. Japan's Nikkei index was 2.2% lower, while the Hang Seng in Hong Kong was down by 2.6%. The Philippine Stock Exchange index also fell by 0.62%. Meanwhile, Europe's stock 600 fell more than 2%.
The World Bank has warned that the crisis in Ukraine is a catastrophe for the world, which is expected to affect global economic growth. According to World Bank President David Malpass, the conflict in Eastern Europe will cut economic growth and push up living costs globally. He stressed that the economic impact of this crisis is beyond Ukraine's borders, adding that rises in global energy prices and inflation will hit poor countries the most.
And here are the results of tonight's multi-million peso lotto draws from the PCSO.
Good evening to all our lotto players. For those who missed our draws for tonight, March 4, 2022, I will be doing a recap of the winning numbers. Let's start off with the results of our 2 p.m. draws. For the 2D Lotto, we have 1 and 18 in exact order. 3 Lotto, the winning numbers are 0, 8, exact order. Draw, the winning combination 4. For the 3D Lotto, we have 2 exact order. And finally, the results of our 9 for the 2D Lotto, the winning number 20 and 9 in exact order. For the 3D Lotto, we have 3, 8, and 5 in exact order. For the 4D Lotto, the winning numbers are 5, 3, 8, and 0 in exact order. For the Mega Lotto 645, we have 37, 27, 20, 2, 45, and 8 in any order for the jackpot prize of 8,910,000 pesos net of the agent's prize commission. And for the Ultra Lotto 658, we have 4, 39, 24, 48, 16, and 53 in any order for the jackpot prize of 51,782,147 pesos net of the agent's prize commission. Do we have a jackpot winner tonight? According to the PCSO Data Center, for the Mega Lotto 645, we have no winner. And for the Ultra Lotto 658, we have no winner. And that's all for tonight. I'm Sharifa Mintuan for the PCSO Lottery Draw Recap. Thank you and good evening.
Pagasa says the easterlies will continue to prevail over the large part of the country. Based on a split of the will be partly cloudy to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms in southern Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao due to the easterlies. No weather disturbance is expected to enter the Philippine area of responsibility over the weekend. A low pressure area is being monitored that may affect the weather conditions in eastern Visayas and the northeastern portion of Mindanao, but it has a low chance to develop into a tropical.
These restrictions. We'll tell you more after this short break.
It's really heartening to know that we are recovering, making this better today than yesterday. Para sa akin, we're doing fine and recovering from the pandemic.
Gabay sa halalan hatid ng inyong Election TV. Sa panahon ng internet at social media, maraming makabagong paraan na rin ng pangangampanya. Kaya ang COMELEC ay gumawa ng mga bagong patakaran para sa online campaigning ngayong halalan. Ayon sa COMELEC, kailangan i-register ng bawat kandidato ang kanilang mga official website at social media pages. Tanging mga verified account lang ang maaaring
Palabain ad, influencer at social media sa companies naman ay ituturing na independent contractor. Kailangan nilang i-report sa platform, channel, account o website. Conduct ng e-rally violates yung mga kandidato inclusion na nagsasaad po at pero ba ang mamahagi mga ito sa live stream ay ng internet at social para makapili ng mga karapat-dapat na leader ng ating bansa. Ako po si Ira Dalaw para sa inyong Election TV.
President Rodrigo Duterte has approved new designations and promotions of several military generals and senior officers. According to the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Rear Admiral Antonio Pauses has been designated as the new Philippine Navy Vice Commander, while Air Force Major General Ernesto Florante Rayos will take over the helm of the Air Education, Training, and Doctrine Command. Brigadier General Zosimo Oliveros was designated as the new Assistant Division Commander of the 8th Infantry Division, while Brigadier General Ferdinand Razalan is the new AFP General Headquarters and Headquarters Service Command, so on and so forth. The President also approved the ad interim appointment of several AFP senior officers as follows.
Season never fails to draw huge crowds of the faithful into Quiapo Church. A welcome sight to many, but not to all, especially those who still wary of the super spreader events that our Rod Lagusa dwells on in this report.
Some of the churchgoers in Quiapo, Manila are divided on the east restrictions under Alert Level 1. People go to church as this is the first Friday of the month. Josie, who attended Mass at church after a very long time, is in favor of the easing of health protocols.
Dahil kahit paano nakakapag-ano yung mga tao. O ngayon, ingat na lang po. Ganun lang po ang dapat gawin. Laging mag-face mask para hindi po tayo
But Ida is worried that more people are now allowed to go to the church.
Okay, nakakapag-misa marami. Pero yung sa distancing, medyo dikit-dikit din. Mas marami ang marami mga bata at saka sa masolim kung walang mga naglisaw-lisaw na mga vendor.
Police Lieutenant Gary Mendoza, Plaza Miranda Assistant PCP Commander of the Manila Police District, said they anticipated the crowd of churchgoers for the first Friday masses. He added that police personnel and ihos of Quiapo Church are strictly implementing minimum public health standards including social distancing.
Sa loob ng simbahan, katulad po ng nasabi nila dati ng simbahan ng Quiapo, nag+1 po sila bawat upuan. Meron na pong 540 ang pinapayagan na nakaupo at meron din pong 500 plus na pinapayagan na nakatayo sa simbahan.
Villalobos Street serves as a main entrance for those who want to attend Mass inside the Quiapo Church, while the exit is located at the side of Quezon Boulevard.
Sa ngayon, ang ginagawa ng pamunuan ng Minor Basilica of Quiapo Church, nag-check sila ng vaccination card ng lahat ng mga papasok sa loob ng simbahan.
At around 7 in the morning, an estimated 2,000 individuals were in the vicinity of the Quiapo Church. With the easing of restrictions, some of the churchgoers also hope that the translation will not be canceled. Rod Lagusad for the Nation.
The ambience in today's Senate probe on the 30-plus missing cockfighting gamers turned chippy and contentious in no time. And notwithstanding Senate Chairperson Ronald De La Rosa's testy exchange with PAGCOR Chief Andrea Domingo and Atong Ang's name dropping and conspiracy theories, the 2-hour session adjourned with nothing clear on the whereabouts of the 34 abducted and still missing East Abong gamers. Our Eunice Monte has more. No decision has been made in the Senate investigation on the missing persons due to online sabong or cockfight. The other e-sabong operators are still contesting that they should be allowed to go on since they did not violate any rules, and the case of the 34 missing cockfighters has nothing to do with them. But the 8 of Mr. Atong Ang denied that they had anything to do with their disappearances.
Kung talagang guilty kami o talagang ititigil ko to, hindi kailangan itigil ang isabong kung talagang kailangan. Namin. Pero may papatunayan ko sa inyo na may conspiracy rito.
The conspiracy theory that Atong Ang is referring to includes big 6 names.
Kaya naman, inamin mo naman na ikaw ang laki eh. Then yung iba, pangalanan na natin. Okay, ganito. Please go ahead. Ang alam ko rito, 6 kami na magkakilala rito. Okay, number 1, ako. So, number 2, Tepong Pineda. Number 3, kila Congressman Tepes. Number 4, hindi ko na alam yung mga kumpanya nila. Ex-Congressman Patrick Antonio. Number 5, kila Mayor Elan Nagaño. Number 6, kila General Cascolan. Plus 86. Masyadong mahirap, mabigat. Kung titingnan nyo ang conspiracy rito, makikita nyo itong laban na to. Yung ano, sabi ko, hindi ako, well, total, delikado rin naman ang buhay ko dyan. Bahala na, kung ano mangyayari dyan. Papunta na rin kasi sa senaryo na talagang gusto nila. Kasi 90% sa income ng sabong, sa operation, 90 to 95 kami yun. Dahil nasa akin lahat, members ko lahat ang buong Pilipinas na big time na sabongero, kasi legit talaga na maayos lahat to. Nakita rin naman nila kung ano purpose ito, hindi lang gumawa ng pera. Tumutulong tayo sa tao.
Should have been suspended after a signal from President Duterte. But according to PAGCOR, they did not receive any clear order from the President. This resulted to a heated argument between the two.
Po, ang sabi po ni ES, Executive Secretary, tinanong po si Presidente John Andrea, ang sabi niya, wala siyang sinasabing ganoon. So paano po ang gagawin natin?
Ako ngayon ang sinungaling.
Hindi po.
Ako kausap mismo ni Presidente na sinabihan po niya, sige. Ako ngayon ang sinungaling. You're making this, ibig sabihin, Secretary Vidaldia would like to make me appear na being the chairman of this committee at personally nakiusap nagsabi kay Presidente, ako ngayon ang sinungaling.
Hindi ko po alam kung ano nangyari sa inyo, pero yun po ang sinabi ko kasi kami naman po, hindi po kami pwedeng, dahil ordinaryong empleyado lang po kami, wala naman po kaming powers eh. Kaya ako kailangan
Ma'am, you're the chairman of PAGCOR, hindi ka ordinaryong empleyado po.
PAGCOR even mentioned that there is a big amount of money being generated by these online sabong games, with 640 million a month generated this January, much greater than last year's 400 million pesos. The Senate investigation took a longer ride, but the real issue still remains. 34 people are still missing without any leads on their whereabouts. Eunice Monte for The Nation.
The Technical Education and Skills Development Authority and Petron inked a memorandum of agreement for the construction of a state-of-the-art car center in the government's agency's building in Taguig. With such a facility, TESDA hopes to produce more skilled workers in the automotive sector in the coming years. Again, Rod Lagusa found this report.
More highly skilled automotive graduates from the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority or TESDA are expected in the coming years after the agency signed the Memorandum of Agreement with Petron to build a state-of-the-art car care center in an existing building of TESDA in Taguig City.
This will be the model for all training centers that's offering itong qualification na ito on automotive servicing, repair and maintenance. This is something that we want to propagate kasi ang mga matutin naman natin dito from different places, different regions.
With this new training center, the agency can now offer high-level qualifications training for those who want to be part of the automotive sector. In this facility, new tools and equipment from the private company will be used while students undergo training and assessment.
Actually, ito yung importante. Ito naman ang hinahanap ng mga companies, mga employers. Yung marunong na. Hindi yung theory lang, ito, theory and practical ito yung ituturo natin sa mga babae.
Just the graduate from this training course will have an opportunity to be employed at Petron.
Petron ngayon ay nag-expand ng mga car care centers nationwide. Nire-reactivate din namin yung mga service stations because ang advocacy ng Petron ay is about safe journey. So yung proyekto namin na to with TESDA ay talaga makakatulong.
The agency targets around 250 individuals to be trained annually. Rod Legusad for The Nation.
This is the initial roundup by Meg Luna.
In Cavite, around 20 houses were raised in a fire-hit area in Bacoor. 36 families entered homes and around 300,000 pesos worth of properties were lost in the blaze. In Agusan del Sur, the local government and the municipal tourism office aims to make the province known as an organic farm site. Irene Peñas, municipal tourism officer, says that their office is open to those who want guidance on organic farming. Meanwhile, in Taytay, Rizal, 3 suspects were nabbed in a buy-bust operation. The suspects yielded 25 grams of suspected crystal meth with a street value of 170,000 pesos. Meg Luna.
The news overseas, cases.
Western Pakistan, killing at least 30 worshippers and injuring more than 60 others. According to the police, the attacker stormed into the mosque, killing 2 police guards at the gate before detonating his vest inside the hall. Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan strongly condemned the attack and directed urgent help for those affected. Hong Kong hit a record 56,000 COVID-19 cases on Thursday, but no lockdown will be imposed. According to Hong Kong leaders, a wholesale lockdown won't be needed as it would make no sense because it said they have 1.5 million residents, which will start after March 17. French President Emmanuel Macron has announced that he will run again for the same position. Macron as a result of and his prominent role in diplomatic discussions. If he wins the election in April, he will be the first French president to win a second term in office in 20 years. Meg Luna for The Nation.
Asian pole vault record holder Ernest John Obiena may not be able to compete in major events this year after the Philippine Athletics Track and Field or PATAFA turned down his request to participate. Kaya Asuncion has more of the details in this report.
The Philippine Olympic Committee expressed dismay over the new chapter of the ongoing conflict between world's number 5 pole vaulter Ernest John Obiena and the Sports Federation. The PATAFA turned down of the 26-year-old national stalwart to compete in 4 major international this year. This is according to the signed letter of PATAFA training director Renato Unso. The big competitions include the 2022 World Athletics Indoor Championships, which will be held in Belgrade, Serbia, from March 18 to 20. The 31st Southeast Asian Games in Vietnam slated on May 12 to 25. The 2022 World Athletics Championships in Eugene, Oregon, scheduled on July 15 to 24. And the 19th Asian Games in China, set from September 12 to 25. IOC President Abraham Bambo Tolentino raised his question again on how many medals and honors does Obiena to get PATAFA's endorsement. The Italy-based pole vaulter regrets the decision, considering the 5.81-meter jumps he recorded in the 2 consecutive Poland competitions made it to the standard mark for the 2022 World Indoor Athletics Championship and the 2022 World Athletics Championship. His marks are also higher than his all-time records in the Asian and Southeast Asian Games. According to Patafa, Asian pole vault record holder was not endorsed because the mediation procedure is not yet over. Despite this, the POC vowed to help Obiena participate in the said competitions. Kay Asuncion for The Nation.
Meanwhile, here's a recap of today's lottery draws. For the 2 p.m. draw, the winning numbers for the 3D Lotto are 0, 1, 8, and 118 for 2D Lotto. For the 5 p.m. draw, the lucky numbers for the 3D Lotto are 9, 7, 2, and 424 for 2D Lotto. For the 9 p.m. draw, beginning with the 4D Lotto, the winning numbers are 5, 3, 8, 0, while the lucky numbers for the 3D Lotto are 3, 8, 5, and 29 for 2D Lotto. For the Mega Lotto 645 with a jackpot prize of 8,910,000 pesos, the winning numbers are 37, 27, 20, 2, 45, and 8. For the Ultra Lotto 658, the Mega Gem picked the numbers 4, 39, 24, 48, 16, and 53 for the jackpot prize of 51,782,147 pesos. There are no winners for both the Mega Lotto 645 and Ultra Lotto 658. President Rodrigo Duterte says the Philippines will remain neutral on the Russia-Ukraine conflict. The rate of increase in the prices of goods and services for the month of February. Pump prices are but pesos per barrel. Vaccine expert that second on seniors. Cast with this quote from Munya Khan, a poet, writer, member of poet movement. And she says, the easiest way to be reborn is to live and find out there. I think that being reborn in different ways. For me, it changing this. And living life means that you choose to be and star. Happiness is not necessarily because of what happens to you. It's what you choose and the decisions that you make. Kathy.
I totally agree with you, Sharms. You know, and things can get stress. GMTV News tonight's roundup of tomorrow's headline stories. I'm Catherine.
And I'm join us again next week here at PTV News Tonight. Have a great weekend.
Para sa bayan.
Ang ay rate PG ay ng patnubay at gabay ng gulang para sa mga manonood.
Asunsyon.
Muling nadismaya ang Philippine Olympic Committee sa panibagong kabanata ng gusot sa pagitan ng world's number 5 pole vaulter na si Ernest John Opiena at ng kanyang sports federation na Philippine Athletics Track and Field Association o PATAFA. Sa pagkakataong ito, hindi inaprubahan ng PATAFA ang request ng 26-year-old national stalwart na makapaglaro sa 4 na major international tournaments ngayong taon. Ayon sa isang liham na pirmado ng PATAFA Training Director na si Renato Unso. Ang mga kompetisyon na ito ay ang 2022 World Athletics Indoor Championships na gaganapin sa Belgrade, Serbia mula March 18 hanggang 20. Ang 31st Southeast Asian Games sa Vietnam na gaganapin sa May 12 hanggang 25. Ang 2022 World Athletics Championships sa Eugene, Oregon na magaganap sa July 15 hanggang 24. At ang 19th Asian Games na nakatakda sa China mula September 12 hanggang 25. Tanong muli ni POC President Abraham Bambol Tolentino, ilang medalya at karangalan pa ba ang kailangang makamit ni Obiena para makuha ang endorsement ng PATAFA? Nangihinayang din ang Italy baseball vaulter sa naturang pangyayari dahil ang 5.81 meter jump na competition ay pasok sa standard mark ng 2000 World Indoor Athletics Championship at 2022 World Athletics Championship. Mas mataas din ito ng mga all-time records ng Asian at Southeast Asia. Ayon naman sa PATAFA, hindi nila in-endorse ang vault record dahil hindi patapos ang mediation procedure. Kasi mga nagit na kompetisyon. Kaya Asunsyon, PTV po.
Hindi niya ibang-iba, no? And then yung kanyang rhythm, and then makikita yung kanyang attitude toward game. He would like to score, eh. And because in our first look at him, so he was so disappointed. And he told us na, okay, we will bounce back. That he's so focused in this game.
Hindi naman binigo ni Dufon na Phoenix Gorilla sa alas cases. Lang 21 point para po